Hapkido students, we have an awesome workout for you today. So the idea behind the workout today is that it's going to alternate between your striking techniques and one of your self-defense concepts. So I need you to get a partner. You can do this shadowed if you'd like, but you'll get better training with a partner. Thankfully, I have one. So if you have someone that lives at your home that can hold some targets and maybe grab you a little bit, that would be great. Remember, when it is time for the self-defense techniques, there's no pain on white belt, but when we do the orange belt techniques and higher, breathe through the techniques and don't put the final lock on, right? We want our partners to be able to be happy to train with us for the next 30 days. So if you crank on them today, they'll be less likely to help you later in the week, yeah? All right, so a few things you might need. If you have a target at home, awesome. If you have one of those at-home training kits that includes a noodle, that could be a target, or your partner could just use their hands. If you don't have a partner, you can just do it in the air, like shadow boxing style, but you'll need that and you'll need to grab a partner. All right, so go get that and then I'll come right back and we'll start the drill. All right, guys, so you've got your partner and hopefully your partner has some targets or something for you to hold. So I'm gonna explain how this drill works before we get into it, okay? So like I said, you're gonna do 30 seconds of each technique. So if we started the white belt, we're gonna do 30 seconds of jabbing. That's 15 seconds on each side. So my partner has the targets up. I would be practicing my jab on one side for 15 seconds. You need to set a timer. Then switch and you'll practice the jab for the other 15 seconds. After that, 30 seconds have elapsed. My partner drops the targets or drops their hands. And now we're gonna work twist release. So you have 30 seconds that you're working twist release that your partner, right, is grabbing you for the entire 30 seconds. After that, we'll go to the next skill, which would be the cross punch. So you would pick up the targets. I'm in fighting stance. I'm thinking about my footwork and my hands up. 15 seconds of this on one side, and then I would switch 15 seconds on the other side. After that, 30 seconds on 15 on each side, then it would be circling in, right? And we would practice both sides, circling in for 30 seconds. Does that make sense? Now, so you'll go through all of the techniques. You'll go through twist release, circle in, circle out, lapel grab, rear collar, and choke, two-handed choke. So there are 6 self-defense concepts on white. We would, with the striking, we would do jab, then we would do cross, then we would do hook punches, then we would do uppercuts, and then we would do the combination, which is jab cross. Right? So white belt, you would then repeat that jab cross combination for that final round that you're doing your last self-defense technique, right? Hopefully that makes some sense and we'll get started in just a minute. A quick note before we get started. So when you hear this sound, that means switch sides for your striking so you don't have to constantly look at the timer. Also, when you hear the music change, that's when you should go from striking to your self-defense concepts. If you need to have a cue, it'll be on the screen. right, good job on those white belt skills. While you guys catch your breath, I'm gonna review the orange belt strikes and the self-defense. Now remember, if you need more detail on these techniques, you should hop over to GMG's website. He has everything explained for you, okay? So now we're moving into orange belts. We're working our elbow technique. So my target is up. The first elbow we're gonna do is inward elbow, right? So I'm coming in with then upward elbow. These are both from the backhand. Then we have backward, right? So I'm starting in this position here. And the last one is dropping elbow, dropping elbow. So those are the 4 strikes you're gonna be working on orange. Also, we've got finger attacks, hand attacks for our orange belts today. The first one is same side. So same side, I'm gonna start in neutral position. Here, fighting stance. He's got lapel, I'm gonna anchor here, fighting stance. Two-handed choke. I'm here. I'm going to use my chin. Get it in. Now cool it on the lock so that your partner will, want to be with you later. Great. We also have the push. Be nice on this one. Right? And then the last one we've got bear attacks, or bear hug attacks, not a bear attack. Holy moly. So from here, I'm going to anchor. I'm going to use this. And out. So orange belts, that's a quick review. orange belts on that last combination of striking and self-defense. While you catch your breath, we're going to review the yellow belt skills, right? So we're doing hammers now. That's what's happening on yellow belt. So we've got inward hammer, right? Inward hammer. We've also got outward hammer. So this starts on the lead hand, right? We've got downward hammer. And then we have rising hammer, right? So those are your 4 hammer strikes. And then we're going to be working on, the combination. Didn't want to forget about that. Jab, cross, uppercut, right? So I'm here, jab, cross, uppercut, right? So jab, cross, uppercut. Now we'll go on to yellow belt techniques. We're doing armbar unders. So the first 3 are from a same side wrist grab. First one, armbar under, here. There you go. Second one, the police elbow. Third one with the shoulder lock. Good. The next one is a cross hand. And then the last one is from lapel. All right, so that's a quick review again. If you need to look at those a little bit closer, go watch GMG's videos. First of all, he's awesome. Second of all, he can explain them better than I can. But we're gonna get started in just a minute. have on those yellow belt skills, we're gonna move on to the green belt technique. So green belt striking includes some palms and some palm jabs and some back fists. And so we're gonna get started reviewing that as you guys catch your breath from that last round. All right, so on green belt, the first thing we've got is a palm jab. So this looks very similar to the white belt jab, right? Palm jab. Then we have the palm strike, right? Which the footwork is the same as the cross. So the other two, we have some back fists. The first one is the outward back fist, right? And the last word is the downward back fist, right? Making sure we're flicking those knuckles. If you need more detail on those, go watch GMG's videos. Now, partners, I want you to pay close attention to how he's going to grab for these. We're working balance stationary. People that are Hapkidoists, you can do this a couple of different ways. When he grabs me and it's time for some of the throws, I can just step in, or I could gently lift him. But there's no reason that you should be throwing a non-training person in your family that lives at your home onto the ground just yet, okay? So the first one is the sweep, right? So this is the same side wrist grab for my grabbers, essentially. Remember, we're pulling down, stepping in, and sweeping, right? So don't take your partner to the ground if they're not used to doing that. The second one is the knee sweep. So this grabbers, they're doing two hands from behind. I'm coming here, stepping behind, right? So don't take your partner down to the ground. The next one is the hip throw. This is off of the same side wrist grab. I'm here. Now I could just step in and that would be fine, or I can lift a bit, right? Whatever your partner feels comfortable doing. The next one is the shoulder throw. This grab is identical to this one. Again, I could come here, or I could lift a bit if I wanted to. Sorry about that. All right, the last one is the figure four throw. Same thing, same side wrist grab. I'm stepping through, and you can stop right here. Or if you do have a good falling partner. All right, guys, so we're gonna get started in just a minute. excellent effort on those techniques. All right, guys, so while you're catching your breath, we're gonna move on to blue belt. So I'm gonna go over the blue belt strikes and the blue belt techniques we're working for self-defense. So the first blue belt strike we're gonna do is the elbow jab. Remember, this jab comes off of the lead hand. Elbow jab, right? So that's the first one. The second one is the elbow over, elbow over. So this is the backhand coming over, yeah? The next one is rising elbow. So this one is a strike from behind, here. And our last elbow technique is outward elbow. So we're here, right? So those are either your elbow strikes for blue. Now, we're working our resting techniques for your self-defense techniques. So the first one is shoulder and elbow. Stepping in here. You can follow up with a nice technique if you like. Head control, if you'll turn around, please. So 1, 2, making sure we bend the neck. Next one is wrist and forearm. So I'm coming here. Good. The next one is arm bar over. So I'm coming here. And the last one is the arm bar under. So I'm coming here. All right. So if you need more detail on those blue belts, you should go check out GMG's videos like always. But if not, get your water ready. We're going to start in just a moment. was a great workout. Hopefully you're sweating. You got to review lots of your material. If you are watching from other schools, our school only has blue belts. That's the highest rank we have, with the exception of my husband, who is a brown belt. So I don't know that I need to make a video for him. But if you are a higher rank, you would continue this workout up. So you would do the next level strikes and self-defense techniques and continue on. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you got a good workout in, and I'll see you next time.